best behavior. All right, guys. So it's recording. We are going over persuasive writing and we're doing the whole writing process. This is going to take 6 days. We're doing all 4 days this week and then Monday and Tuesday of next week. Each day is a different part of the process. And some of it you're going to be like, really, Ms. Farmer, this takes like 5 seconds. Like this day, honestly, is really easy, but it's part of the process and we want to make sure we're doing all parts. So it's the persuasive writing, and your question that we're going to be answering is, which pet should we get? And we being a class. So I know right now we're not all in class together, but what type of class pet should we get?
But it's not going to be a dog.
It's not going to be a
dog or annoying.
Kalani?
Can it be a hamster?
Hamster, that's an idea.
Guinea pig. I know.
Guinea pig? Dawson?
A dog.
You can't get a dog. Your dogs are cool and quiet. All dogs are not.
A cat. Yes, they're quiet.
Oh, but a cat has a litter box, and I don't want to change the litter box.
No.
Ugh. All right.
A goldfish.
A what?
Goldfish.
A goldfish. Okay. Any other ideas?
I don't know. I remember it's my favorite pet, I forgot what its name. Not a snake.
No. Oh.
Nope. That's never gonna be my favorite. Nope. Never. Definitely snake.
That would never.
My dad wants a snake, and I'm not,
Not a fan?
Not a fan.
Me neither. So you guys had really good ideas. I especially like the not a snake idea. Here are your options. Hamster, a hermit crab, or a betta fish.
What's a betta fish?
Ooh, you'll have to find out. Honestly, okay, so right now
it's a beta version of a fish.
This part of the writing is called the big ideas. We're just trying to get like a big idea. We know we want a pet. Our options are these 3 options. So you want like a big idea of what each of these would entail. Like what kind of house would they live in? What type of animal is each one? Like, are they going to be soft and cuddly? Is it going to be like in a tank swimming around? Is it going to be hard shelled? Like things like that. So this activity today is literally looking at these 3 animals, these 3 creatures, and being like, okay, well, one of these needs like a big box crate type thing to live in. One of these needs a little box, and one of these needs a fish tank. One of these is a crustacean, one is an amphibian, one is a fish, one is a mammal. I don't know, what type of animals are they? So when you're trying to find these things out, all of these, oops, I keep clicking my computer instead of my iPad, sorry. All of these, like all the resources here, unfortunately, they're not clickable, okay? And I did that on purpose. That's on all 3 of these pages. They're not clickable today because that's where you're going to go. You're going to use those links. You're going to go to these sources. You're going to watch YouTube videos in order to find real good details about these things. Today, you don't need the good details. Today, you want to get a basic. You want to get the big idea. So I'm going to tell you something that's a little bit crazy and other teachers will probably tell you not to do, but it is a good strategy for a little bit of time. It's not a good strategy for a lot of time, for a little bit of time, all right? So what are our 3 animals? You can tell me what they are.
Hamster.
Hamster.
Hermit crab and betta fish.
Beautiful. So what we're going to do is go to the internet, get a new page out because we don't need any of those other ones. I'm literally going to type in hamster and hit search. Guys, what's this first thing that came up right here? This, I can't like draw on my screen.
Stuff about hamsters.
Stuff about hamsters. Does anybody know what this word is that Kalani there circled?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Anybody know anything about Wikipedia?
Yeah.
What do you know, Dawson?
That it's sometimes you can get it as a book.
I didn't know that.
But you can also just use the internet.
Are you thinking of the word encyclopedia?
Basically, just a thing that gives you information about things.
That's an encyclopedia, and those are awesome. You can totally use an encyclopedia. Wikipedia is kind of crazy because literally anybody in the whole wide world can write whatever they want on Wikipedia, which means, is it always true?
No, because
No.
some hamsters do different. So like this hamster lets you sleep all day, and this hamster doesn't.
Right. But also, like, you could literally, as yourself, Jacob, you could go in there and be like, hamsters are ugly. That's not like a fact. That could be your opinion, but that's not a fact. And you could just write it and the world would think like, oh, okay, this is true. That's not true. All right. So Wikipedia is not always true. Oftentimes it's not. Okay. So it's called what it's called is a not credible source. It's not a source that you should be like, oh my goodness, I found my answers on Wikipedia, so I know they're right. No. But Wikipedia is a good place to get your big idea, to just get like the start of something, because you get a lot of information. And then when you're doing your research, you can find out like, oh, wait, that thing totally was not true what Wikipedia said. Or this thing was true, and this is how I know because I proved it on a different place. Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
Which is why I say you can use Wikipedia for a little bit. So if I clicked on that, it would tell me all of these things. What is this? No, I don't want to donate money to you. It would tell me all of these things about hamsters. It would tell me hamsters are rodents belonging to the subfamily, I don't know how to say that word, which contains 19 species classified into 7 genera. So right now, that tells me not a whole lot, right? The most important thing I saw were hamsters are rodents. Rodents are like rats and mice and things like that. Those are rodents. But like it also tells you some other things. Hamsters are more crepuscular. I can't say that word right, but it is in one of the videos I make you watch later.
Yeah.
They're more that than nocturnal, and in the wild remained underground during the day to avoid being caught by predators. Wow, I never knew that.
That's a cool idea.
And so like maybe since this is on Wikipedia, maybe that's not a true thing, right? Got to be wary. But maybe they aren't. They feed primarily on seeds, fruits, vegetation, and will occasionally eat burrowing insects. So sometimes they eat bugs. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm trying to think, would this be a good class pet? It's a rodent, and it's this word that I don't really know, but if I click on it, if I click on it on the right thing, it will tell me what it means. This word animals is one that is active primarily during the twilight period. That means like twilight is like morning time when it's sunrise and evening time when it's sunset. So if this animal's only going to be like active at sunrise and sunset, are my students going to be able to really play with it?
No, we can only see it at 2:30, and some people don't join.
So maybe like that's an idea, like, oh, well, maybe this isn't the right animal for us because of this. That's fine. Now, I'm just giving you guys ideas because this is where we get the big idea from. Remember, back here, we're just trying to say like what type of animal it is. So under hamster, I'm going to put rodent, right? And then, oh man, did we figure out what type of home it would need?
A cage? No. I know what is a bowl.
A bowl? Okay. So Jacob's telling me a bowl. Why? Because it does what during the day?
Because it sleeps, and like hamster cage are like for like hamsters that like stay awake.
Okay. So you said a bowl, and I added to that, and I said a bowl because it buries itself underground to sleep during the day, right? We read that part. So in my big idea, those are things I should know. And then I would go to hermit crab and I would do the same thing. Again, I would just go to the internet and type in hermit.
I already know what they need. I have one, they die quickly.
Oh, that's a good thing to know that they die quickly. Okay.
They
Oh, maybe,
last 2 years.
how many years?
2 years, hamsters.
Oh, hamsters last 2 years. Should I add that to my big idea page, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last 2 years. And you
My
said
cousin got
that's hamsters, right?
Yeah.
Put that right there under rodent. Maybe when we find out about hermit crabs, we might find out how long they live too. So hermit crabs are, oh my goodness, so many words Miss Farmer doesn't know because they're like scientific words. Is it okay if I don't know words while I'm reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally happens. If I am like, wow, I don't understand what I'm reading, that's when it becomes a problem. This I can kind of skim over. And I know that hermit crabs are these science words, crustaceans. Okay, that means they have a hard shell. Like other crustaceans are like regular crabs, lobsters, things like that. They've adapted to occupy empty, scavenged mollusk shells to protect their fragile exoskeletons. There's
Well, they got a fragile skeleton.
That's
They got a fragile one.
It says a Zoom user entered the waiting room. So I'm gonna accept this person, and if it's not, come back out. So 800 species of hermit crab, that's a crazy lot amount. Anybody see anything about these guys? What type of things they need for homes? Oh, here's their environments.
I think they can breathe underwater. They can breathe
I know
underwater
what they
and
need
on
for
land.
homes.
What do they need for homes?
They need shells for their homes, and when they grow out of one, then they get a new home, like they're moving.
Okay.
And
That's
like a
their home.
and kind of like a cage for hermit crabs.
What size cage?
That I do not know.
Like, does it need to be big, you think?
No, because hermit crabs are small.
Okay.
I think 2 foot.
2 foot?
I think so.
We'll add that in.
I
About,
know we had a hermit crab and the cage was kind of big.
yeah?
It was kind of like the size of my iPad.
Okay, yeah.
It says 2 food big.
2 food big?
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote that. Thanks. But I was like, what do you mean? Where does it say that? Oh, I wrote it. That makes sense. All right. These are good things to know. Oh, I forgot to write down the word crustacean because that's what a hermit crab is. A crustacean. Like a lobster or crab. That way we know what a crustacean is, because does the word crustacean really mean much to you?
No.
Yeah, no, me neither. But knowing that it's kind of like a lobster or crab, that helps me know what I'm talking about.
The only difference about hermit crabs are like they have a shell.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, this is just the big ideas. We're not making any decisions yet today. We don't know which pet we're getting. We're just getting the big ideas about them. And now I go to betta fish. What do you guys think I'm going to do when I get to betta fish?
Well, there's kind of as much about fish, but
Well, these ones are special because they are betta fish, and betta fish are unique. So here we go to Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is the good place to get good big ideas, not always accurate ideas, right? Don't forget that. The sign, I might have clicked something, my bad. Sorry. The Siamese fighting fish, also known as the betta, is freshwater fish in the Gnormi family, native to Thailand. This is a what kind of fish? What was that first thing I said? This word.
a fighting fish. So it fights.
It's a fighting fish. So that's a good thing to know. It's a fighting fish. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, you can't have 2 of them in the same cage, but we'll find out if
Because they will fight each other.
Right.
They gotta be like separate, like in a separate bowl.
They're from Thailand. They like
Thailand.
water. Yeah, Thailand. It's a cool place actually. So they are freshwater fish. So do they need salt water from the sea?
Yes.
Yeah. I know some fish that
They
need
are
salt water.
freshwater fish. Do they need salt water from the sea?
No.
Some fish do, some fish don't, so I don't remember.
But these ones are freshwater fish. So do they need salt water?
No.
No, because they're freshwater. Very good. So actually, I'm going to put that over here on what kind of home they need because they need fresh water in their tank. And they need a tank. Let's see if we can figure out what size tank they need. You guys might find like different information as you're going and give me different stuff, and that's totally fine. Ooh, it can grow between 6 to 8 centimeters. I have a
Centimeters.
ruler right here, so it can get about like that big between my fingers. That's
What?
Like, which is only about 1, 2, 3.5 inches. That's not too big. No, that's kind of small, right? While the fins are short, only when agitated. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. So I was reading there and it says that the what did you circle there?
The temperature.
Is that how the water?
Temperature of the water, I think.
That's brilliant. That would be a great thing to add. So I'm not going to write it on mine just because I'm being lazy, but that's definitely something you should write on yours then because you know a detail about them, right? Does this make sense of how to find big ideas?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that's all today's lesson is. That's all your assignment is to fill out the big ideas, kind of like Miss Farmer did. And tomorrow you have another lesson with me, and it's going to be looking into some of these websites and kind of identifying specific features about specific pets. Does that make sense?
So like we're like learning about like hermit crabs, what they do, where do they live.
Yeah.
We're like scientists.
We
learning
are
about
like scientists. Isn't it cool? And like, I'm going to set you guys free. I'm going to stop recording, set you guys free, but I will be on here. So if you need anything, I'm right here. Okay.
Miss
Okay.
Farmer,
Yes. Should I keep the recording
I
on?
was doing it while you were showing us.
Yeah. Was it pretty easy to do?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.